Today on the channel, we got quite possibly the action figure of 2026 with the Mattel Creations exclusive WWE Ultimate Edition, Jesse the Body Ventura.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Jesse the Body Ventura Ultimate Edition. But for all your Jesse the Body Ultimate Edition needs, you better hit up Mattel Creations. Only place to find this bad boy right now is it is a Mattel Creations exclusive. And you know I'm excited anytime we get a Jesse the Body Ventura figure. And we're going to do some comparisons of all sorts later in this video here. But this is a Mattel Creations exclusive. Got to give a special shout out to Mattel as they did send me a sample of this early. But I still went there. I picked up 2 more of these Jesse Venturas that should be shipping in the next week or 2. As it looks like this is shipping right out. It's not going to be one of those ones where you got to wait a year like the CM Punk, the Cody Rhodes, etc. So we should have our Jessies here in the next week or 2. But we're going to roll through this one here like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this one is absolutely amazing. They showed this one off at San Diego Comic-Con in July of 2025. I immediately saw this, fell to my knees, and one Bill McKenna had to help me get up. He had to help me up off the floor. I couldn't believe this. This is the ultimate Jesse Ventura, since it is an ultimate after all. But you could have this as Saturday night's main event, Jesse Ventura. Sure, you can do that. You can also have this as Predator Jesse Ventura. And if you were a kid of the 80s like I was, probably the first R-rated movie I ever saw, and obviously for violence. But I remember being a little kid sitting on the floor in my living room, my dad watching Predator, and me just being transfixed to the screen because it was like G.I. Joe come to life against monsters. Absolutely love Predator. Still one of my all-time favorite movies. And a big part of that is old Blaine himself, Jesse Ventura. He doesn't got time to bleed, but he's got time to chew some tobacco. And this Jesse is going to represent that in the Predator collection. It's going to be in the WWE collection, obviously. Probably paired up with Vince McMahon, maybe. We'll see what happens. And we'll do comparisons, like I said, later in this video. But this is a very good one, a very special one to me. One of my top most wanted figures. But let's not get it wrong here. There's a lot more Jessies we need from Mattel. Now, we know we got a retro. I think we got a Superstars coming in the future. The next Target Legends wave with Bob Backlund as a Jesse Ventura. But there is a lot of Jesse Ventura meat on the bone. There's a lot more Jessies I would like to see, be it Ultimate, Elites, main events, you name it. We need a suited Jesse Ventura. There's no way they can pass that one up. I want a modern day old man Ventura, even past the conspiracy theory time frame. Let's get all of those, but we're going to start here with the Ultimate. We're going to go through the packaging first. We do get the shipper box. We see that with a lot of Ultimates here. It's very cool because it does have kind of an army feel to it here with that green coloring, kind of the stencils going on. Saturday night's main event. And then you got Predator Blaine right here, Jesse the Body Ventura, WWE logo at the top. And then on the side, Jesse the Body, the Ventura, an all-timer here. He warned us about Greg Gagne and his ways, and we didn't listen. But every week in the Power Town update, he lets us know we're ready for pain. But we're not ready for pain in this packaging. Looks absolutely amazing. A little bit of plastic-free packaging here, as you can't touch Jesse here once you remove him from the shipper box. But a very cool kind of loadout here. You get kind of that Saturday night's main event background with him. You do get the microphone. You get extra hands and stuff. I believe this is a box full of stuff. We're going to dive into it in a second. Jesse the Body Ventura down low. You get kind of that neon lights. Reminds me of Target back in the day. The real ones, no, the old Targets used to have that neon light up there. There's still a few I venture in when I'm doing my travels that I'll see those old school Targets. Has a little of that going on. On the back, look at this. We got Jesse. We got the man on a mission down low. We got the action figure up top, tail of the tape, got the blurb. Let's see what it says about Jesse, the Body, the Ventura. And how have I not met Jesse Ventura in person yet? I've told the story on the channel before, Todd McFarlane. I don't think I told you this one. I don't think you heard this. One time I was on a work trip up there in Minnesota, and Jesse had some book. I think it was like the Democrips and the Crips and Blood, Republican Bloods or something. It was some play on that, and I didn't read that book. I don't got time for politics, but usually Jesse's politics I got time for. I'll listen to those because I had listened to him read the phone book. But I was staying at this hotel. I think it was a beautiful Hampton Inn, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a Famous Dave's. Anybody know about Famous Dave's? I think it's a regional barbecue place. It's like the Applebee's barbecue. But I ate there. And then after my meal, I said, I'm going to walk across the street. There's a Barnes & Noble. I'm just going to kill some time, see what's going on over there. And I had just missed it by a half hour. Jesse Ventura was there doing an autograph signing. How did I not pay attention to this? How was I not in the mix on that? I was so mad. I was so defeated that I just literally missed Jesse by like a half hour. But I do got Jesse sent me some notes. Of course, we do correspond a time or two every once in a while, especially on this Gagne Powertown situation. I'm trying to get Jesse to use his voice in more ways than one to get more word out there for Powertown.
Hi, Kyle. Governor Jesse Ventura here.
Jesse and I have, go back and forth on some things every once in a while. And he did give me a nice little autograph picture here. I got right over here. I look at it for sympathy, for support, inspiration. I just look at it right over there. So if you ever catch my eyes drifting, it's over to Jesse's beautiful face. So there it is. But there's Jesse in the package. Once again, the back and all that. Let's read it. Let's see what it says. Jesse the Body Ventura, height 6'2", from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. I think it was a lot more beautiful when Jesse was a kid, I have to imagine. They just recently closed down the Walmart there. You don't hear a Walmart closing very often, but Brooklyn Park's a pretty tough area. It's a tough area. You got to mind your P's and Q's in Brooklyn Park. I've been there many a times. Finisher, the Body Breaker, career highlights, AW World Tag Team Champion, WWE Hall of Famer. Jesse the Body Ventura was more than a WWE superstar in the 80s. He was a cultural icon, known for his flamboyance, his physique, and his unapologetic commentary. From Saturday Night's Main Event to the silver screen, nobody did it better than the Body, and that's true. He is an all-timer, a national treasure, if you ask old Kyle here. And I know you asked. I think Todd did, if I'm not mistaken. Now, how do I get Jesse out of this, though? That's oh, there we go. Just like that. Just slide him out. But how cool is that background? That might be worth saving, if you ask me. Should pull out. Yep. The pull-out game is strong around these parts, let me tell you. Just pulled it right out. But you get that background. You got to save this. This is very, very cool. Have Gene Okerlund in front of this. You can do whatever you want. You, dare I say, could choose your own adventure. Very cool to get that. I am here for that. We'll be saving that all day long. Jesse in the plastic prison. Unfortunately, even Jesse couldn't escape the Mattel twist ties. We got the twist ties. Stronger than ever. Twist ties all over the place. Pop those two out. Only two. Nope, they're up at the hand too. They got him on the microphone. They got old Body. And Jesse loves a microphone. And he's had some a lot of stuff going on in Minnesota lately. Not just me going up there to see Joe Bob Briggs, among other things. But there's other things going on in Minnesota. And Jesse's been pretty outspoken about all of it there. A little extreme for many tastes, but I don't care. Jesse, do what you want. Let Jesse be the president. I don't care. I don't care what he even talks about, what his policies are. I just want to hear his voice on the news every night. I would just enjoy that. Tells you how much I care about politics. I know some people think I do, but spoiler alert, I don't. See you later. Goodbye. I got enough problems at work every day. That's the politics I'm dealing with. But here we go. Jesse Ventura. I guess I'll get to the rest of the stuff first, but man, oh man. Looking very cool. Looking very nice. We do get the baggie. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. And I got to decide what I'm going to do with this because I do have two more coming. I did mention that. See you later. Goodbye. And I will dive through all those here in the future. Now, you do get the cans. They call it the cans in the business, Todd McFarlane, but he does got the headphones here looking very good, looking nice. We get some extra hands. We get the extra pointing hand and the extra gripping hand. That's what he comes with. We get the exact opposite there. And then when the chips are down and the Body's got to do last resort, he's coming out. He's ready to throw some meat hooks is what he's going to do. We got some of those. We got two Fists of Fury. But now we're diving into the rest of Jesse here. We do got the Jesse headband. So once again, I bought two of these so I can display one with the headband, one with the hat. You got to do it. You got to do it. Looking very good right here. It does say Jesse in the front, of course. And I believe that was also Jesse Ventura's favorite show on Disney Channel once upon a time. Jesse. Hey, Jesse. That's what they said. My daughter said it all the time. And I chimed in too. But it was no Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I'll tell you guys that much right now. Check out the old Sweet Life if you missed out on that. I don't know how you would have. Now, he does come with the WWE Classic microphone here. As classic as it's going to be, but we do get this. We've seen this before. Makes sense to have with Jesse. And then diving into the head sculpts here. Now, this is where things get tricky. There's going to be one odd man out in the head scans for Jesse, so I'll have to figure that out eventually. But I guess we'll Talk about his hat here, a very Predator-esque hat, very flamboyant hat. He's got the do-rag underneath there, camouflaged. It's up on the side here. Now, there's a technical term for this hat. Todd and I don't know what it is, and we're not going to pretend to know what it is. But there is a technical term for this. We've seen our good friend of the channel, a guy that needs a figure. So one of these companies needs to come out with it. Do I have to fund it myself? We need an Outback Jack figure. My first ever wrestling figure as a kid. We need that modern representation somewhere. Get me an Outback Jack. Will somebody get me an Outback Jack? But very reminiscent of that hat too, taped up on the side, like a young Rakondo, of course, who went through the jungles in the G.I. Joe land. Another guy, of course, from the Joe team that does not believe that Duke is the leader of the Joe team. We understand that. Rakondo, Team Flint all day long. We know that. Tiger Force, proud Tiger Force member. Shout out to Rakondo. He's a real one. And Jesse would have been on Tiger Force all day long. There's no doubt in my mind. Flint would have him in the Tiger Force team. He'd be ready to go. But I do like this hat here. Looking very good. If I had to choose, I would do that over the do-rag personally. But now let's dive into the heads here for Jesse. Some interesting looks for Mr. Ventura. Now, he just got the baldness going up over the top, and then you got the kind of the Arn Anderson, the horseshoe going on there in brown. Looks interesting. I just think of Jesse usually with a little bit of hair, blondish hair coming out the back, kind of like the LJN, or I think of him totally bald. So this is a little different, but obviously he had a do-rag or a hat on 99.9% of the time. So we do get this. This is a very stern-looking Jesse, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. And did you call that like a Fu Manchu? I don't know what you call that here going on, but it's got the long kind of mustache going all the way around. Very determined there, and he does got the butt chin going on. A classic Ventura as well. Now, second head here, get a little bit of a smirking, smiling Jesse. I like this one. He always had that twinkle in his eye. Yes, twinkle in his eye, Todd McFarlane. Looking very good, a little bit more friendly on this head here. And then the last one, this is Jesse spitting some rhymes to Vince. He's telling it like it is. He's telling the world about that no-good Hulk Hogan, like I was trying to do in the 80s and 90s that nobody listened until later in life. And I'm like, that's great for all you guys. All you guys hate Hulk Hogan all of a sudden. You should have been with the train with me in the 80s and me and Ventura and Bobby Heenan. We were the real ones out there supporting the cause all along. Now all these people jumping on the back of it. Wild thing. Shame on you. Shame on you. But we got Jesse here spitting some mad fire. Beautiful teeth. Of course, that Minnesota dental system, we know how that goes. Looking good for Mr. Ventura. Now, diving into the outfit here, he's got the tiger stripes. I don't know what stripes it is, but we're calling it tiger stripes. Looking very good, soft goods. Looking just extra awesome right here. Just looking awesome. Jesse, much like myself, Todd, thank you, a snazzy dresser. He's always wearing something nice. Looking very, very cool here, though. I do like that. Now, this is a high collar, so you know, Mattel Creations exclusive. You know he's getting led into Club Grayskull immediately. Immediately, especially with that collar. So we got that going on, and the shirt is removable if you want to. Got the jeans going on, the denim wash, looking absolutely amazing right here. Looking great in the jeans. This would be expensive to do, but it would be a great base for a custom. If you're making some custom figures, put a different shirt on here if you want to, and then you can do all kinds of different stuff. So that is an option for those out there. Diving in down to the bottom, man, these snakeskin boots, unbelievable. I've always wanted a pair of snakeskin boots. Honestly, I'd almost prefer a pair of caimans. Of course, like not an alligator, but kind of like an alligator. And I know some people are like, oh, you can't do that. Well, if the caiman's going to die, the alligator's going to die, the snake's going to die. Let's make some boots out of it. It's a recycling. It's its own way of recycling in some ways. But I've always wanted some snakeskin boots. But where would I wear these to? It's like young Kyle. I told the story recently on the channel. I was like 8 years old. I saw Bret Michaels from Poison. I said, those chaps look awesome. I said, Dad, I need a pair of chaps. And my dad thought the same thing I did. Where am I going to wear these chaps at 8 years old? Where does an 8-year-old buy chaps? It's a confusing process, much like the snakeskin boots. Where do I wear these snakeskin boots? I can't wear them to work. Nobody's going to see them if I'm doing reviews. If I'm like, out at the beach or something, do you wear shorts and a tank top and snakeskins? Maybe. I'm not real sure. But I'd like a pair of snakeskin boots. I'd like this pair of snakeskin boots, but where would I wear them to? I don't understand. I don't understand the process. I'm not in enough situations where I would get use out of them. So they're expensive, as we do know. But man, I dream of it. Good friend of the channel, Jeff George. Shout out to Jeff. He's got all these snakeskin boots. He's got like 50 pairs. I wish we wear the same shoe size. It's Jeff, come on, help me out. Let me borrow a pair of these. But he loves good snakeskin boots, so who knows? Maybe one day. It's on my bucket list. It's on my to-do list. I've added that to my 60s. Somewhere in my 60s, I'm going to do that. That's the plan, at least. But now, diving into articulation here, you get the butterfly shoulders going on, arms all the way around. I know this articulation like the back of my hand. Yeah, the back, right there. I'm looking at it. But you do get the arms that are removable, which is always nice to see. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, playing all the hits right here. You know they're not putting the pins in Jesse. You do get the hands removable with these. You do get the head back and forth, side to side removable. Jesse all torn up. I don't know how good Jesse's body was in like the late 80s, early 90s. He hadn't been wrestling for a long time, so I don't think he was hitting the gym as hard as he used to. But I always thought he had a good enough physique. Now, he got a little bigger later on when he was a politician, but that happens to the best of us when we become politicians. You know, I'm running for mayor here in a couple of years, Todd. Hopefully I get Todd's vote. We'll see what happens with that. But you do get the hula hoop up top here. He's got the six-pack going on. Brown belt, very fashion forward. Once again, waist articulation. Drop down hips on Jesse. Legs go up. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. The pinless hits continue. You know we're here for that. And then you do get the boots, but you don't really get a lot of movement out of that, unfortunately. But you do get the toe articulation. Now, somebody mentioned in the comments or say something in the comments, have we had these boots in the past in the Ultimate Edition with the toe articulation, or is this brand new sculpting? And if that is the case, that means maybe we'll get more Jesse's or maybe we'll get something else in the future. Was there a Hulk Hogan with cowboy boots type thing? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I am here for this all day. Looking very good. And Jesse made in Vietnam. I don't know how he would feel about that, but he was made in Vietnam once upon a time. Put that do-rag on. Definitely looks better with this on. I will definitely say that. But either way, you can't go wrong. And the figure's so nice, I bought it thrice. I guess. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using code Kyle. Save 10%. Looking absolutely beautiful right here. Jesse is ready to take on all comers, including the Predator. Unbelievable. Him and Carl Weathers should have been the star of the movie together instead of Arnold. Arnold, no slouch. Let me tell you, Arnold, a favorite of mine. But Jesse should have lived a lot longer. Carl Weathers should have lived a lot longer. That would have been something. Let's have this team get back together. Let's fire it back up. But I guess Carl Weathers is not available anymore, is what I've been told. Well, it's not available. But we do got some other Jessies. Recently on the channel, I unboxed the referee Build-A-Figure Jesse. Also made my own Governor Ventura. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Governor Ventura coming in hot there. We also got Jesse the Body Coliseum Collection. I'm glad they gave us something like this in the Ultimate Edition line. I get it. Most people know Jesse from acting, being a governor, and being a commentator, but I like that they represented his wrestling career, and I would not be opposed to more wrestling Jessies in the future. We'll see if that happens. We also got, of course, one of his greatest rivals next to Hulk Hogan. You do got the Predator right here. I got the NECA Predator right there, and then we got this Predator. I forget what this company was called. They're a pretty famous company in all honesty here, but we got that one as well. This was like at Walmart for like $3 one day. I said, I'll buy a Predator for $3. Why wouldn't I? But very fun. Of course, some of his most challenging opponents were the Predator, and we saw how it ended. I don't know if that was based on a true story. I don't think it was, but you guys know I love Jesse Ventura, and this one does not disappoint. This is going to go great on the commentator shelf. And I love that it's a 2-in-1. And as I've said before, I want more Jessies. I know we got the Legend one. We just recently got the Retro one. We got the Coliseum one. We got the Build-A-Figure one. We got more coming, the Superstars, for instance. But man, oh man, I would love to see him remake the one that we got from Jakks. We had the, kind of the gold headdress going on with the duck on the shirt. Let's get that one. We need a beautiful suited Jesse Ventura. I want a modern day Jesse Ventura where he's got the kind of hippie fringe jackets going on. Get us that one. Get us the crazy WCW commentator time frame. There's a lot of meat on the Jesse bone. There's so many Saturday Night's Main Event outfits we can get. I want all of these. And I can see these snake boots being used for Jake the Snake Roberts as well in the future. We'll see if that happens. But I love this Ventura. Hopefully it's not sold out yet because I might end up going back and getting another one of these. We'll see. One of my favorite figures so far this year. Yes, we're early in the year, but I have to imagine a top 10 figure for me in 2026. But what about you, brother? Are you picking this one up? Do you need Jesse in your collection? And how deep do you go down the Jesse rabbit hole? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, videos every single day, glamour shots for every single video from both channels, early access to the podcast, giveaways, you name it, it's all going down over there. Check it out if you haven't already. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also the name of the podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday where podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube. So for Jesse, the Body, the Ventura, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Hi, Kyle. Governor Jesse Ventura here, or in the days of wrestling, Jesse the Body Ventura. Thanks for doing this.
If they're watching your every move. Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it. Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering?
I'm here
because I started this.
Are you kidding me?
See you later!